Hey guys, just a quick video here on this Tesla trade that we took today. Today, by far, the markets were pretty choppy. It's a bad day. I think this was the first trade I took for the day, and it was because of the setup that we had coming in into the day. Pretty much, Tesla gapped up today, started selling off throughout most of the morning, but then it rebounded hard, and at 12:10 it sets us up with this pattern here. So as you can see on the 30-minute candle, it pretty much rallied, and it started to stall off right around the open area. And then on the 10-minute chart, which is the one I used to kind of determine whether I was going to get in or not, we had a nice little shooting star pattern here with a nice bearish confirmation. So I took the trade on this candle, on the close of this candle, basically right around the close, just to make sure it wasn't going to turn around on us real quick. And then I held the trade. So on this trade, and we'll follow up obviously in a couple of days, but my decision to get into this trade, obviously here we have a nice little pattern, and then we have the RSI, both the regular RSI and the Connors RSI, both over 80, indicating to me that we are at overbought conditions. Same on the 30-minute here on the regular RSI. So plus negative divergence, as you can see here. These things are just, we have a little divergence here on the 30-minute. So I found it to be a good entry point. And then when you look at the daily time frame, the stop for this play would be pretty much a break of the high here of 324, and my target would be here about 290 to 280 levels. So my risk to reward seems pretty good to me, and I was going to take it. This is a longer, bigger picture type play, so I am looking at it in that way. So I would need to see a close above 324 53 basically for me to be stopped out. I don't really like getting out mid just on spikes or anything like that. And then again, also on the dailies, the RSIs are both pretty much over those 80 levels. So I am seeing a high probability of sell-off here in the coming days. And at the same time, the markets at the same time at 12:10, here we go. We have 4 reds and a green, I believe. So let me double check that here. So 12:10, red. Okay, so overbought conditions. So I like it when the markets pretty much match up with what I'm looking at, some of the stocks that I'm trading. The correlation between Tesla and the markets themselves may not be necessarily the same, but it kind of helps to see that the markets, hey, if they are also topping off and they're going to start selling off, and obviously they still stay pretty choppy throughout the day, but they did start selling off a little bit here. It kind of helps because, if the markets are selling off, things are going to follow. It's just the way things are. It's not, nothing is immune to the overall sale here. So 12:10 to 12:20 here on the Dow. They didn't quite give me the red. I like to see 4 reds and a green, and I'll go over that in a second here. So here we go, 12:10, same thing here. Definitely at those levels I like to see. And then we had the pattern follow shortly after, and then it started to sell off. And then the green, what are we looking for, is the VIX. I want to see the VIX have be opposite of what the market is doing. So let's see what we have here at 12:10. Here we go, 12:10, boom. And then yes, it did take some while. It stayed at that area, double dipped again, and then it started to rally for a strong finish. And then overall, the reason I didn't trade much today was the tick pretty much stayed at this 0 level. It just didn't want to move from here. It would bounced up, but we never got the extreme readings of minus 1,000 or plus 1,000. So it was just a very choppy day, so hence why we didn't take too many trades. And the way we took this trade today was by getting a little creative. We pushed it out a week. And what I did here was I did a credit call spread at 305 and 310. Max risk is around $1,600. I collected $3,500. And then I bought 2 out of the money puts at 300 in the expectation that we are going to sell off in the next coming week. If not tomorrow, then obviously I expect it to fall between Monday or Tuesday. And if it doesn't, and it does, or it hits my stop, obviously I'm gonna get out because it's not worth the risk. Theta is working in my favor on this position, but it is in the money, so I needed to come out of the money. But for this position, it's working against me. And even though I only got 2 contracts on this side, still $700 I could, don't need to lose. So on the Analyze tab, this is what the strategy looks like. So now my risk went from 1,600 to 2,274 or 2,258 at close. And then by adding those 2 extra puts, basically I increased my probability of making more money instead of capping it off at 2,700. Now we can potentially make a lot more depending on how low it goes. So if it hits 290, hopefully we'll be making anywhere between $27 and $4,000 depending on how fast it takes to get there. The rate of change is definitely going to affect the premium on these, so it's going to help. And as you can see now in the after hours, because of the news that came out, which was another key factor that came out, especially going into the rally, going into the close, a sell the news type of event was bound to happen. And as you can see, here's where we are. I'll go ahead and update this tomorrow or in the next coming days to see the results of this trade. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Once again, thanks for watching.